Can this recipe cure polio? No. Welcome back. Today, due to the popular demand of 4 people, I'm going to show you how to make salmon tartare. Let's get to it. First things first, you're going to want to get yourself some fresh salmon. Remember, we're eating this fish raw, so it's important to get it from a reputable source. Your local fishmonger is probably a safe bet. The liquidation bin at your favorite grocery store, however, might be a bit of a gamble. Maybe. Now that you found your salmon, it's time to chop it up. I like to cut it into little cubes because it's super pretty. That being said, you can chop it up any way you like. I don't care. See? I told you. Gorgeous. Now that it's all chopped up, throw it all in a bowl. Fun fact, salmonella does not come from salmon. It comes from raw chicken, which I learned should not be made into a tartare. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Moving on. Let's chop up some herbs. I like to keep it simple here, so all I'm going to use is some cilantro and some marjoram. Not to be confused with margarine. Don't put margarine in this recipe, guys. Well, maybe. No, my instinct was correct. No margarine needed. Remove the tiny leaves from the marjoram stalk and give them a rough chop along with the cilantro and toss them all into that fish bowl. Okay, let's chop up this shallot. I like to use shallot here because they're smaller than regular onions and they cause less tears. That being said, I am a proponent of getting in a good cry now and then. Real men cry. Get used to it. Now that we've cried manly tears, let's move on to the capers. These little flavor bombs are one of my favorite things in the entire world. No joke. If it was socially acceptable to only eat these for the rest of my life, I probably would. Toss in a forkful. Boop. That's it for solid ingredients. Now let's move on to the non-solid ingredients, aka mayo and Dijon. As far as mayo goes, there's no wrong choice here. Except for Miracle Whip. That would be a wrong choice. I use half a tablespoon here just to add a little creaminess. As far as Dijon goes, I like to use about oopsies. As far as Dijon goes, I like to use about 1 teaspoon. Buckle up, it's time for the secret ingredient. Spoiler alert, it's sriracha sauce. Wow, oops. Wow. Squeeze a little bit of this liquid gold into the mix and get ready for an awesome tartare. Do you remember that time I told you the secret ingredient to this tartare was sriracha sauce and you fell for it? No? Well, you just did. The real secret ingredient is love. Just kidding. It's actually smoked salmon. Slice up that smoky, delicious fish and throw it in the mix. Now that all your ingredients are in, give it a nice mix. Add a little salt and pepper to taste, and you're done. Now that your awesome tartare is finally done, toss it in the fridge for a little bit to cool down while you prepare the pizza crust. If you're feeling adventurous, you can make your own pizza dough. I, however, am very lazy, so I just bought mine. I'm going to toss this crust in the oven just to crisp it up a little bit, and while I wait, I'm going to prepare some giant capers. To do that, just cut off the stems and slice them in half. Oh, and if you have some friends over, you can hold up the capers like this and make testicle jokes. You're welcome. Now that everything is ready, it's time to put the tartare on the pizza crust. Let's get to it. Now that the tartare is on the crust, throw on those little capers. A little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano never hurt anybody. Now finish it up with a little bit of olive oil and you're ready to play. Gorgeous. All right, time to tuck in. Delicious. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to click like and subscribe, and comment something, like what you want me to make, and maybe I'll make it one day. Maybe.